Right guys, what is going on? The BusterBarnes here, bringing you my preview for Game Week 8 in Fantasy Premier League. If you guys do enjoy these previews, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below what you guys are going to do in this game week, what you think I should do, how you think you're going to do. I would love to know, and be sure to also subscribe for more Fantasy Premier League content. My review for Game Week 8 will obviously be out after the game week does come to its conclusion, but in this video I'm going to be going over my team last week very briefly before showing you guys my new team, if I did in fact make any changes, and letting you guys know my thinking and thoughts heading into Game Week 8. Usually at the end of the video I do focus on a few fixtures that I think you guys should be looking at to bring in players. However, because the deadline is today and this video will probably go out around the deadline, maybe after, I'm not going to be doing that in this episode because it does just seem a little bit pointless. But with that said, let's quickly look over my team from Game Week 7. Okay, so as you can see, Game Week 7 I did get 71 points above the average. I did take a -4 where I took out Wilson and Sterling for Zaha and Kane. Actually would have proved better to actually keep Sterling and Wilson for that week, which is a bit of a shame. I could have saved my transfer, not taking the -4, but I just really thought I needed Kane in, and Kane is actually someone that I am going to be focusing on when talking about my team for this upcoming week. But yeah, pretty much returns from most people. Liverpool's defence maybe not as convincing as it is without Van Dijk, but we all knew that. Kilman coming in, getting me some points. Lamptey coming in for Pulisic, who got injured. More on Pulisic a bit later as well. Martinez not getting some clean sheet, but wasn't maybe unfortunate to concede as many as he did. Salah, the captain, pulling through, and at least Calvert-Lewin and Kane did get the goals. Grealish was the star man of this game week. Maybe a shame that I didn't captain him, but I was never going to. But yeah, like I said guys, 71 points, pretty decent. Now let's have a look and see if I can improve on that with my team going into Game Week 8. So as you can see guys, this is my Game Week 8 team in Fantasy Premier League. Martinez still in goal against his old club Arsenal. Can he haunt his former club? I hope so. It is away though, so maybe a bit unlikely that he's going to keep the clean sheet. Arsenal as well have had some really tough fixtures recently, so whilst they haven't looked maybe that great going forward, maybe against a slightly weaker team like Aston Villa, they will look a bit better. So maybe focusing on some Arsenal assets could be a good idea, but that's not where I have gone. Robertson, Man City away, maybe can hope for an attacking return. This is one of those fixtures, just not a bit of a write-off for him, not great. Maybe I could have looked at starting Kilman, but when Robertson is that price, benching him just doesn't seem worth it. Lamptey going to come in for the start against Burnley, has got a yellow health, so not sure. I think he's usually okay. He seems to have a yellow bar most weeks, but I haven't seen the Brighton conference, so I don't know what it is. But obviously if he's out, then Kilman will just come in, so not all too bad. Chilwell hopefully can get a clean sheet against Sheffield United. Chelsea look a lot more solid defensively at the moment. Hopefully they can keep that up. You've got to think they will concede eventually, but hopefully that is just not this game against Sheffield United. Going into the midfield, we have Salah against Man City away. Again, hopefully there's a return there from him. Zaha against Leeds at home, hoping for a return here from Zaha. The reason that I brought him in, I know he's inconsistent. He does take penalties, which Crystal Palace do win, but also against teams like Leeds, I'd be hoping that he would be maybe trying to get a goal or an assist in this sort of game. Otherwise, it could be a very short tenor for Zaha in this team. Grealish, Arsenal away. I don't think it's the worst fixture for Aston Villa still. I think last season, I believe it was maybe... Was it 3-2 the score, I believe, last season, or maybe the season before? I'm not too sure. It wouldn't have been the season before because they just came up. Yeah, so I think Villa can still get some goals against Arsenal. Heung-min Son against West Brom. At the end of the day, everyone has Son, so not really going to affect me too much how he does, apart from, I guess, if he does really well, and maybe some people have captained him. Getting on, though, to my transfer, and that was just a straight swap from Ziyech from Pulisic. I did do this a bit earlier because I was a bit worried about price drops and rises. I think Ziyech's price did actually rise by 1 before I bought him. I'm not sure if it's risen again, but yeah, Pulisic is out for the Sheffield game. It has been confirmed. He probably won't play our first game back with his hamstring injury. He'll probably be on the bench, I'd assume, as he'll have to be fit again and all of that stuff. So I do think Ziyech is going to at least be in my team for the next couple of weeks. Maybe Pulisic will come back in when he is fit. But Calvert-Lewin against Man United. United haven't looked great recently, a bit up and down. not impossible that Calvert-Lewin, doesn't score. United definitely could try and, pull things back together, but, hopefully an attacking return from him. And my captain is going to be Harry Kane. Now, don't let the West Brom fixture fool you guys. West Brom have actually looked a lot better defensively now, now that they've sorted it out. They've got Ivanovic there, they've got some good work rate players in midfield like Gallagher, so I don't think necessarily Spurs are going to batter West Brom, but I just think that out of my captaincy choices, Kane is definitely the standout one, so that is who it is going to be. But I definitely wouldn't be triple captaining him in this fixture, at least to say. On the bench, Kilman's ready to come on. Mitchell, not sure if he keeps his place or not in that Crystal Palace defence. I don't think he played last week. He was obviously injured. Brewster could be eventually someone that does come into people's teams if he does start scoring for Sheffield United. Chelsea as well was actually where Brewster played as a young kid. So there is a chance that maybe he does get a goal against his former club. That would be sad to see for me, but never know. It could in fact happen, but that is going to be my team, guys. If we look at the fixtures here, it does start on Friday. Hopefully a clean sheet for Brighton, but maybe looking at Chelsea players, looking at Arsenal players as well for those sorts of returns. West Ham players maybe not too bad of a shout either, but that is going to be it, guys. Please do leave in the comments below what you guys have done or are thinking of doing, and also what your aspirations are for this week. Hopefully I can get another green arrow and build some consistency, because it's been a very up and down so far for me in this Fantasy Premier League season, so hopefully that does in fact change. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for my game week recap at the end of this game week, and be sure to subscribe for more Fantasy Premier League content. Hope you guys all have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.